friends. How are you doing? Excuse my hair. I just woke up. See what happened was. Oh wait, hang on. Hello, friends. Are you there? I fell my ass asleep. The intent was there. I'm wearing a mic because everybody's still asleep. I actually been awake, but I was like in a meeting earlier, so I was able to do it over the phone. So thankfully, I didn't have the camera on. So yeah, I had a meeting earlier. We're going over some things for upcoming summer project. So that's gonna be pretty intense, and I cannot wait. Okay, all right. So basically, what I was gonna talk about last night, I'm still cleaning. I'm still in the middle of cleaning. I'm doing everything in pieces, and I'm not done cleaning. So I'm like, I hope I finish. So I'm gonna get some coffee in. Okay, and we're gonna talk about something really quick. Okay, I had a dream last night. You know, most of my content is dreams, what I've been through. So this one's going to be about a dream, okay? All right, hang on. I need a spoon. Did y'all sleep good? I slept, oh my gosh, I slept so good last night. So good, okay? It was good. Hang on. Hang on for a second. Check out my mug. Oh my gosh, I hate my bangs. I didn't even know I had bangs, but apparently I do. This is what I look like when I wake up. Okay, so if you can't accept this, talk to the hand. Okay, it's a Chicago other hand. It's a Chicago mug. Check that out. Hey, it's a Starbucks Chicago. Cheers. Any word on Macy? Mace? Is it Macy or Mace? Girl, where's the baby at? You get us all riled up, and then you don't even tell us anything. All right, so we're gonna talk for a second, okay? All right, so I had a dream last night, okay? And good morning, by the way. And remember a long time ago when I said, this is going to tie together with the flavor of the week. And I had this dream last night, and it was about what, people and stuff. They were, how I said everything was a distraction, like people were trying to get a reaction out of me and distract me from my path of greatness, okay? Well, I, my foot's cheek. So it was like when I tell you, just to ignore people and it's not worth, arguing with people about things. In my dream, because I had asked, I pray and I ask for answers and I get them in my dreams. It's going to sound crazy, I know, but that's how my body works. That's how my mind works. I get answers in my dreams, okay? And I have been asking the Lord to please tell me who was my enemy. Was it somebody I knew in my circle, or who was it? Who was my enemy? Okay. And one day in my dream, I was in a living room I had been in before. Somebody I knew in real, and the family that lives in that house were all sitting on a couch. Sitting on the couch. I hope you can hear me because I'm gonna be pissed off at HEB Pharmacy because I don't want it to mess up the volume. Damn, it might be messed up a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna keep talking and hope that you can hear me. If you're meant to hear this message, you're meant to hear this message. Okay, so So I was praying for it, right? Answers, right? And in my dream, I was in these people's homes. This is somebody I knew in real life, not like an online person, but a real person I knew. And the family was, I was sitting above them, like I was, like how I'm sitting on the couch. They were sitting on the couch, and I was standing up, right? I was standing up at the, in the living room, right? I'm in the living room. I was standing up, and these people were all sitting on this couch. They were like in a, they had a sectional in real life and in my dream. Okay, so they were sitting on the sectional, and none of them would look at me in my face. None of them. So and they wouldn't look at me, and I was telling them in my dream, like, why were you talking shit about me? Like, why were you saying this stuff or whatever? Well, remember when I said I was letting shit go and not listening to whatever these people had to say about me or whatever rumors they were saying about me? What happens? Because that's very hard to let stuff go, be the bigger person, and move on. It's very hard. It is very hard, especially people who go like below the belt and they try to, say stuff about your kids or involve their kids harassing your kid at school. That happened to me too. People will do anything to get a reaction out of you, and you have to continue to ignore it. Okay, you cannot, you cannot go down to their level and go back at them because it distracts you from what you're supposed to be doing, right? So I did that. So what happens to the people that you ignore? Because you think, because our old way of thinking was, oh, well, they're getting away with it and I'm not addressing it and I'm looking like a little bitch. No, you're not. No, you're not. What happens to them? Well, they get what they put out in the universe, just like I've been saying. Whatever they put out, well, then if they get into a similar situation with somebody else, and then it in turn happens to them because you ignored it. But if you pay attention to those types of people, hang on. If you pay attention to those types of low vibrational people, you're going to be on their level. So it's really important if somebody, even at the workplace, I know at the workplace that's like the most popular place to have like a disagreement with people, and you have to be around them all the time, and you can't really say anything because it's your job. You know what I mean? That's a perfect example of how we should operate in real life. Okay, pretend you're like at a job and you have no choice but to get along with, because unfortunately there's always going to be somebody you're not going to get along with in your life. That happens in a friend group, in-laws, friendships. No, I already said friendship. I already said friend group. You know what I mean? Like sisters, brothers, like, but you have to get along with them because we have to coexist with other people. We can't just be by ourselves like we want to be. You know, we have to, you know, commingle with people. We have to live life, right? So it's very hard, especially when people go really low. But that's the test that God is sending you, is to just play it cool, just ignore, and don't look the other way. So I'm saying this all because I did see the post that Livy put up about Yanni's deceased babies. Like, this woman has gone to another level, that which there are no rules or levels, but when you have to bring up deceased people to get under somebody's skin, you must be very ill and psychotic. But we have to remember that Liv did basically sacrifice her whole family for a YouTube check. The money was too much, for her to resist. The devil was tempting her and she took the bait, and now she has nothing. Okay? So we have to remember, if this person would treat her own family like that, how would she treat strangers who are kind of like kind of like telling her she's in the wrong? Because, she's never wrong. But if you say she is, or if you say her baby's not real like me, she will taunt you. Okay, she's been doing that. She's been making fun of me for months, talking about a spiritual journey and that she's celibate and whatnot. She's not. She was just to make fun of me. But the joke's on her, because, I mean, if you look at her position, look at my position. I mean, I'm not one to brag, but I mean, I am sitting on my own couch in my own house. I drive my own car. I don't have mommy around like I used to. I used to always have my mom around too. So that's how it takes one to know when. I know when somebody's being enabled and whatnot. And sometimes even our parents aren't really helpful to us they enable us to make bad decisions. So that's how I can comment on it. And I don't have no disrespect for my mom. Don't get it twisted. I still love her, but I just had to, get a little space from her because, she's like Liv's mom. She's enabling, So, but that's at no fault to her. She doesn't know any better. She doesn't. Um, so, but it's a little bit different. There's a lot of other layers on my end, which I've discussed before, on why I had to distance myself. But with Liv, you can tell there's like a toxic relationship between them two, but you can't tell her nothing. Her mom's, a great support system. Like, okay, all right. Her mom should make her take care of her own kids. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's what my mom did. That's one thing my mom was. She had. She would never take care of my kids. Like for me to go out, never. My mom never did that. My mom never. And I know I'm not jealous because it kept me out of trouble. Trust me, it kept me out of trouble. She'll only watch my kids to work. That's it. If she did. If she did. Okay. So it's not like I just had somebody just to leave my kids all the time. That was not the case. Not with me. Other family members, yeah, she's more lenient towards them and, watches them for free and stuff like that. But with me and my sister, she's just totally different. And people don't understand that, but I'm telling you the truth. Like, that's how it is, there's no freebies with her, not with us, which is whatever. Anyways, so when people like that go under the belt, you will see what is going to happen to Liv. Liv is already in the gutter. So her commenting on deceased people who cannot even defend themselves, two of them babies, just wait to see what God's got for her. Because best believe, and I'm sure that was hurtful for Yanni, but like I said, like what she said the other day about the grandma comment, she just said, let her have it. I'm not going to fight with her because she wants me to go to her level and go back and forth so she can make some money, and that's not going to happen. I see she's hurt, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So she does, so in a way she does see that she does have, she does have her, she does see what's going on with Liv and does see right through it. So it does take a bigger person to just ignore that type of thing. What I would say if somebody were to talk about my deceased child, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be that classy. I don't know. See, I even get tears in my eyes just thinking about it. But I mean, for her to say that about her children was very nasty. But like I said, we have to ignore those types of people and move on, because we have places we got to go, people we got to see, and we got to be there and available. And you know what I mean? We can't fuck up our own journeys by stooping down to the level of these people. And unfortunately, like I said, these types of people are everywhere. Everywhere. If you quit one job because you don't like somebody, because the way they act and they're very mean and they try, or those people that try to act like they're the manager and they're not the manager, they're like at your same position, but since they've been there longer they think they're above you or superior. There's people like that at every job place, so you cannot use that as an excuse. And when you work with people like that and you learn to kill them with kindness and just be one mood with them, and whatever, keep them at a distance, yeah, it makes you stronger for the next time you come in contact with somebody like that. It really helps you learn how to navigate with different types of people and personalities. That's why I like to meet a lot of different people, and that's how I'm able to talk to anybody. I can identify with anybody. I mean, when I did have friends, I had all kinds of different friends. I had people that had careers, people who just had like 9 to 5s, people who had like minimum wage jobs, or people who didn't even work at all, or people who were from Mexico, who walked here from Mexico. Like I mean, I can identify with all kinds of different types of people, and that's because I've always worked in customer service. So I can That's how I'm a good salesperson too. I mean, that does help with the salespeople. Like being a salesperson, oh my goodness, like you learn people's ways. Just by watching them, like you can tell the type of person they are and how much they're willing to spend. And that helps you with, because you don't want to throw too many numbers out there. You can't use the same sales tactics for everybody's different. And that's what a lot of salespeople do is they use the same sales tactics towards everybody. They treat them the same. And that's not how it is. You have to go to different levels. Some people it's easy sell. Maybe they have all kinds of money. They're walking in with cash or whatever. Other people might need financing, or other people are just cheap asses and don't want to buy anything. So you have to just know by watching them, or and like saying certain things, like the conversation that you make with them. It's like a whole system. But I am really good at selling because I'm not a pushy salesperson. I will casually talk you into buying something you don't need. I'm dangerous like that, okay? I'm very dangerous like that. But that came from me not being able to talk. Like I was super shy, like so shy for like the long. Why I'm still shy when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that. But like people, like I can talk. And for a long time I didn't talk. I was very quiet. I was like the forgotten child because I was so quiet. Um, my dad, my biological dad, he used to always say I was super quiet and I needed to talk more. And I'm like, but I don't even know you, so how am I going to talk to you? Type of situation. So yeah. So anyway, so it's best just to ignore. Back to what I was talking about. It's best to just ignore those types of people, like Liv, who are very below the belt. But you have to really take note of. She basically sold her soul to the devil for a YouTube check that's no longer here. In the end, she ended up losing the family and the money. Do you really want to go toe to toe with somebody like that? No. You know why? Because then that shit's gonna stick to you. So you got to remain high vibrational. Okay, positive thinking. Remain. Don't let her bring you down. Don't let her. That's why whenever I tell her things, I don't yell. I don't. I mean, yeah, I'm upset and maybe I'm a little emotional, but I try to be balanced in my mood. Because I don't want to go down to her level. You know what I mean? Because you can tell people things. You can hurt people. Okay, that's another thing that people are kind of confused about is no, you're not always just happy, and you know you because people think you're just bullshitting people all day. You're not. That's not what it is. It's like, let's say, for example, you are like, if I need to hurt somebody and stop talking to them for my benefit, I'm going to do it. But it's not going to be out of hate, it's going to be out of love. I can no longer speak to you because you are beneath me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm no longer going to speak to you because you no longer serve me. If that hurt, that's probably going to hurt somebody if I stop talking to somebody. But I have to do it for myself because in the end, I'm what matters. I never put myself first ever, and now I do. Okay, so it might hurt somebody if I have to just stop talking to somebody, or if I just ghost somebody. I mean, I have to. Like, there's a reason I did that. It's not because I wanted to. I don't like letting go of people. It's very hard. It's so hard for me to let go of people. But if I have to, if you're not serving your purpose for me, or it has to be equal, like both of us. It can't just be me. You know what I mean? So I'll have to cut off people. I have to, not because I want to, and that might hurt somebody, but I have to do it. You know what I mean? So it's not all sunshines and butterflies and whatever. It's like, it's for me. I come first now. It's all about me, baby. Okay. And if you're gonna treat me less than, then I don't need you in my life. You know what I mean? And some of those people are family that I can't. I mean, we've had so many years together, and you still fuck me over, you know? I can't do it. If you're not going to meet me halfway, then and I wasn't like that before. I used to just take all kinds of abuse from people, you know, whether it was mental, physical, or whatever. I used to just take it. I'd be like, oh well, that's just how they are. No, that's not fair. That's not fair for me. That's not fair for anybody. You can't be the way you want to be treated. I mean, it's an old saying, but it's true. The way you want to be treated is the way you should treat others. If you love somebody, you tell them you love them. If you like somebody, you tell them you like them, you know? There's no more like fucking, oh, I don't know. No, no, no. Okay? And it's all about me, and that's it. Okay? I'm still trying to get my shit together, though. You know, if I don't have my shit together, I won't, you know, entertain anybody, you know, because I gotta get myself right. If I'm not right, I can't, you know what I mean? Like, I have to get myself together. 'Cause, see, I don't know how Liv can do that. I don't know how she can be all discombobulated and over there trying to hook up. Like, I don't know how she does it. Like, I don't know how she does that. Like, I can't do that. Like, I have to have my shit together, you know, so I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? And she's just like, I don't know what she's thinking, to be honest with you. But I honestly think that's how she's lived her whole life. Is just on a whim, you know, on a hope and a prayer, you know. Like I don't know how she does it, and I think it's because she has those enablers, you know, around her, her sister and her mom, who don't let her fall, so she could get herself back up. She doesn't know how to get herself back up. She either got government assistance or maybe her man did pay for whatever, but she needs to know how to get herself the fuck back up. She keeps on falling and she's all these times she still can't get herself up. Like, girl, like you're like in your 30s. When I was your age, because I'm older than you, when I was your age, I had already gotten up so many times by myself. But that's because I didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have enablers like that. You know what I mean? I didn't have people that would just take. That's why I have my own house. Not because I wanted to have my own house. I can't go live with my mom. I can't go live with my mom. I could probably live with my sister, but I mean, nobody's gonna let your kids be free in their, you know, in their house. You know, that's why you have to have your own place, your own stuff. You know, your own area, so that your kids can be free. You know, and when you're living with people, there's restrictions. Okay, and then you have to worry about them breaking shit. I don't know about your kids. My kids be breaking shit all the time. They break stuff all the time, and I'm like, that's why we can't have nice things. But if imagine living with somebody, you know, like I want my kids to be free. I want them to be able. You don't. No, I don't know you. I don't. I'm just going by what you say online and what you put. This is the stuff that you put on the internet, and that's what I'm commenting on. That's it. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So you have to have your own place and your own space, because then people are going to be like, oh, did your kid did they eat my stuff? You know, like, and when you have your own place, like your kids could do whatever they want. You know what I mean? And that's it. But anyway, so I'm gonna finish cleaning, and me and my son are gonna go to a party today. Okay, I might go live there. I don't know, but we shall see. Bye. Goodbye, Liv.